In this video, I will go through 7 things you might want to research when doing basic fundamental analysis on cryptos. I will not go into explaining why or what is fundamental analysis. I will probably cover that in another video, but a short description would be: fundamental analysis is using some objective method or calculation to find the intrinsic value of an asset, or the true worth of an asset. So, step number 1. You might want to just build your general knowledge of cryptocurrencies and the blockchain world. The problem is that you see all this jargon flying around and, you don't know what all these different terms mean. And, when you're reading content and trying to understand things, you don't know actually what is being said. So I would recommend you start to learn the key basic concepts in blockchain technology. So things like what actually is a blockchain, what does a blockchain technology do, what is the difference between proof of work and proof of stake, what is a smart contract, what is scalability, what is the big issue with scalability at the moment, what is a fast transaction speed, what is decentralization. Another really good place to start is you probably might want to read the Bitcoin whitepaper. And another good resource I can share with you in the comments below is the CoinMarketCap glossary, which has a load of different terms and links to those terms which explain the term itself, which is just really, really useful. So, if you're serious in investing some money into this space, you probably want to learn what these things mean, right? So once you've done that, step number 2, when you start researching a particular crypto, is to read the white paper. So the white paper you'll most likely find on the crypto's website, and it's a report created by the creators of the blockchain or crypto, and it's a report describing the problem they're solving with their crypto, what sort of technology they're using, what sort of speed, scalability it's capable of, what sort of token distribution the project has. So it's meant to help you understand what the project is and what the project is trying to do. So it's a really good place to start. Now, when reading the white paper, I just want to describe the kind of mindset that would probably help you try and understand what you're looking for. And the mindset that I find useful is, just imagine if you were the owner of this entire crypto project, or if you built this entire project yourself. Wouldn't you want to know some of these details in this white paper? So, some key things that you want to find out from the white paper is: what problem are they trying to solve? How big do you think the problem is? So what's their total addressable market? Is the problem a hair on fire problem? So what I mean by that is it a problem that people really, really want to solve and they will try anything and everything to get it solved? Does the problem really need blockchain? Why don't you just use an existing technology to solve it? How heavily regulated is the market they're in? Now, once you've got a general understanding of the problem and the technology, in your own opinion and general knowledge of the world, do you think this blockchain would actually work? Do you think it would be successful? Do you think people would want to adopt it to solve that problem? And you might not be an expert in the space they're in, but I'm pretty sure from your experience of general life and, the things going on around you, you would have a pretty decent opinion about whether the project would succeed or not. And if you don't have much of an opinion, but you still really want to invest in the project, maybe you should ask someone who has a bit more knowledge in that market. Do you have a friend or a network you can reach out to? Okay, step number 3. While you're reading the white paper, you also want to check out the tokenomics. So, what is the token actually used for? Is there any utility for the token? For example, like Binance token is used for reducing fees on the Binance exchange. So just look through the white paper. How is the token mined? Is it proof of work, proof of stake? What's the coin supply? Are you happy with the inflation rate on your coins due to the new coins being mined? Another thing you would probably be interested in is the scalability. So scalability in the crypto space is a very popular topic to talk about. Eventually, we want blockchains to scale to a global sort of market. And at the moment, scalability is hard to come by in most blockchains. So you want to find out, how many transactions per second your blockchain is capable of. Now, if a token doesn't have any real utility, then people won't seek out the token to buy and use. And therefore, if no one is buying and using the token, then the token value would be low. So therefore, the price would be low. So, you don't want that. You want the price to be high, I'm guessing, if you're investing. Okay, once you're happy with the tokenomics, you can go ahead and move on to step number 4. Step number 4 is when you'll do a bit of detective work to find out more about the team. So the actual team that's building the crypto project. You can usually find the team on the website, or you can go to LinkedIn and type in the project's name and try to find the team members that way. And the purpose of this step is, you want someone on your team who is hungry or has really relevant experience, who you think would probably get the job done, who can execute, who has good connections within the industry they're trying to build in. Wouldn't you want someone who's really accomplished and has really good experience building your project that you've put money into? So you'll want to look at all the leadership in the team. And if you have time, I would also look at the entire team. And what you want to look for is, are they experienced? What sort of experience they've got? Is it relevant to the space they're building in? Did they previously come from a big company? Do they have possibly really good connections to the industry? How trustworthy you think this person is? So, step number 5 is more detective work. In this step, you'll be looking at the community involved with the project. And what you want to be looking for is, are any people building on the project currently? So how many developers there are, how active they are. If the developers are not very active and there are not very many projects building with the blockchain technology, then you could probably make the assumption that the rate of adoption would be slower with this particular project. And things like this could occur to several different reasons, but some reasons that I can think of are that maybe the team doesn't have a very good marketing department, not enough developers are aware of the project, or the project itself, the technology, is just not as interesting enough for the developers to use. So, step number 6 is to look at the partnerships a project may have. And I really like looking at this particular step because it kind of shows early signs of adoption. And this shows that larger companies have a strategic interest in the blockchain and are exploring use cases with it. And you generally want to put your pennies next to their dollars, in a sense. And if a big company like Google is partnered with a particular blockchain, then you could probably say that Google is invested in the success and want to see the success of that project. And a big company like that is probably smarter than you or I am. And it's an easy way to kind of filter out the projects if you see a big company is partnered with that project. So who are their partners, how big are their partners, what are they partnered for, is it just an exchange they're partnered with? If it's just an exchange, then it doesn't really mean anything. It just means that they're on the exchange. What is the nature of their relationship? Will this bring about adoption? So things like that you want to look out for. So step number 7 is to find out the competition. So in this step, you'll be finding out if another project is already doing a similar sort of thing to the project you're interested in. It's probably best to check if someone is already doing the same thing and if they could be doing it better. Things to ask yourself are, why would you invest in this coin over the competitor? What are the chances that your particular coin or crypto will come out the winner in the end? Things like how big is the market your crypto is in? Is there space for competitors? Are you happy with investing in a highly competitive space? The best way to find your competitors is just to Google search it. So just type the name of your crypto space competitors into the Google search bar and just literally search for it on Google. Most likely you'll find that people have already done a similar search to you, and you'll find there's already a bit of content out there with this sort of information. And if there isn't, then you'll have to do it the hard way and go through each of the coins on CoinMarketCap and just research what each of the coins are doing and see if that is actually a competitor to the particular crypto you're looking at. So that's it. Those are the 7 steps. Those are the 7 most basic fundamental things you can research about for a project. There are obviously many more different things involved with fundamental analysis, but I would say these are the most basic things you should probably know if you even want to think about investing in a particular project. Now, tying all these 7 steps together, at the end of each step, you just want to make kind of a mental rating in your own opinion. What rating out of 10 would you give each step? Take all those steps, all those ratings, and just make a little table. And just go through each crypto, rate all of them, and compare all of them, and then just decide, which one you like the look of, and then you can go ahead and look into it deeper, and you could gather that this project is more valuable than another project, for example. But at the end of the day, all this is analysis, and all this is for educated guessing, pretty much. There isn't really a set in stone or a official way to do fundamental analysis on crypto yet. It is being developed as we speak, as more and more people get educated and get into the market. Eventually, a more objective method of evaluating cryptos on a fundamental basis will be developed. And this is what this channel is about, basically. The aim for the channel is to educate people about fundamental analysis methods and develop the framework for fundamental analysis in crypto. And just remember, this is not financial advice. This is something to help you do your own research, and be careful before investing any of your money. Just go in with the mindset that you could lose it all. And this sort of method, although basic, would actually help you avoid some risky projects. So what I'm saying is just do your own research, and this is not financial advice. If you like the content in this video, hit the like button and subscribe. I'll be posting videos like this every week. So I look forward to seeing you next week, and take care.